Okay, I will stop looking around aimlessly. I'm just setup. Though I am feeling a little warm. Let's turn this off today, actually. Oh yeah. Let's keep it on the back of my chair for now. Make me sit forward. I can't lean forward anymore. Hopefully it goes well. Alright, I'm good. Anyways, hello, I'm Scared back for another stream. Hope y'all doing well. Damn, we locked in the back to back with this one, huh? Exactly. I'm committed, which is weird to say, but anyways, Xenia, welcome on in. How's it going, my dude? Cranston first. Small updates. One, the music. This is Stream Cafe Boba Day 1 hour version. I typed in cute music, and this is what came up. So a little bit of a change today because shit's gonna get stressful. But yeah, that's for Twitch. YouTube link for it is in the description, as they have requested that I say as part of me being able to use some music. That's first thing. Oh, dude, your paper got rejected? Fuck, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Did they tell you why it got rejected, or is that something you have to work on? Damn. I remember you were talking about how excited you were to finish it. Take a shit. I have broken my screen a little bit, so let me fix it real quick. Oh, a bit too high. Oop. And it feels weird. On OBS, you have to actually move something before you can use your arrow keys to move it. I'll never understand why that's the case, but let me work around it. He just kind of said we passed on that one? What the heck? That's all they're gonna tell you? I'm not, like, so, do you get another chance to do it then? Or does that mean you just don't get it and that's it? 'Cause if that's all they're gonna say about it, especially for I'm trying to remember, this is, I do apologize, I did forget the level on this, for a doctorate or a master equivalent? For a thesis. I find that a little silly that they can't expand on that. Okay. At least they gave you more than one attempt, so that's good. But I'll let you type whatever you want to say about that. But I do want to give a second update. I am waking up in the AM now instead of the PM, and now I'm sad because my ideal nocturnal life is now coming to an end, and now I have to the fact that I can't stay up at night anymore. It's only a matter of time, but I much prefer the night life rather than the day, especially in the summer. It gets hectic around these parts. Since I don't know why they passing, so what's the point? There's a lot of questions I would ask with that. Okay, I don't know how it works in that scenario, like which one's the better one to go for. Because my immediate thought process is, if it's rejected, why not try again? If they're not going to tell you much about it, then I guess that is a considerate why bother with it. But I don't know, that also feels wrong to me as well, especially if you're trying, if this is necessary to pass for a degree or requirement of a degree. I wonder if you could ask people what they have and what got submitted to see how yours compares, I guess. There's just so many possibilities. Is it an interesting enough topic? This is just speculation. I don't know what an actual paper would entail, but is it correct? Is it interesting enough? Is it thorough enough? Does it have a meaningful impact in some manner? I guess those are just a few to kind of talk about. Okay. If it's better to just move on and start over, then I wish you the best of luck on your next one. Hopefully it goes a lot better. But yeah, I don't find that right. They're just going to say rejected and they're not going to give you a reason for it, then what the hell are they doing? Is that proper qualification? That's why I would immediately question with that. Because you put in all that work, and you're just going to get word out of it. I mean, maybe they might write something fancy about that, but they're just going to say, rejected. It's like, is that what my effort was worth? Just one word? I don't know. I get quite angry about that. Anyways, that's me as a former attempted educator. You don't just leave your students dry. I don't care what level you're at. Here's the funny thing too. Sorry, this last thing, I'll move on. Any sort of profession, if you're being told you're doing something wrong, you're going to be told why what you're doing is why what you're doing is wrong. It's like, you're not supposed to, let's say fast food example, don't flip these too early because it's going to be raw. Don't flip it too late, otherwise it's going to be overcooked. In my profession, don't do this, otherwise we're going to neglect data sets which need to be imported. Or don't comment on Discord when you're refactoring because that is necessary for a certain function or API call. There's feedback. We need feedback. Okay. Rant over. You put like a long 4-paragraph, but the way you read it was just, sorry, you got rejected. In those 4 paragraphs, they couldn't specify what was wrong with your paper at all. Or they didn't attach any sort of follow-up or any form of feedback. Maybe through an attachment? That just seems strange to me. That seems weird. Anyways. I wanted to rant a little bit. So, thanks for letting me rant about that with you. I'm pissed off for you, though. Or, I don't know, for you or with you. I don't know how you're feeling about it, but glad you're keeping your head held up high, though. And you're already deciding that you're gonna write again. You're gonna keep on going. That's true strength, my dude. That is pretty good, pretty nice strength, yeah. Alright, today. Because I got an email notification today that at 7 a.m., it's like 9:29, but I had to mow grass this morning, so I got delayed. There's an event going on where one of the missions we had to do was to sign up for said event. I think it was right here. Register to a code event. And here is a code event right here, which is utilizing the hexagonal maze. I haven't looked at it honestly. I had my other account. I clicked on it. It's like, okay, it's live now. I haven't looked at it whatsoever. And they want us to join a Discord server. I'm probably not going to, at least not right now, but I think it's pretty interesting that they would even offer this. We have until May 4th, so exactly a week after, or a Sunday after, rather than a Monday. So I'm excited. I'm excited to try and see. It is what it is. You remind me of one of my friends with that saying. He used to always say, it is what it is. He always would do a shrug and maybe a small laugh after. Alright, join! Oh! So this is a competitive scene where we're actually judged by our peers, which immediately scares me. I'm hoping there's not like a cult following where they immediately pick others to choose a solution for. But, let's see. You are in a maze made of hexagonal cells. The following grid has to be understood like this. This means that each cell has 6 neighbors. For example, cell F is surrounded by cells B, C, E, G, J, and K. Okay. And we do iterations by 0, so coding iteration. The grid is periodic. If you go left, you appear on the right if there is no wall, and vice versa. Similarly with up and down. I'm curious what they mean by wall, but it looks like that we move in a similar pattern because they specify that each cell has 6 neighbors. So M would have the neighbors I, J, N, B, A, and P. Interesting. Oh, she listed it right here. So cell B also has 6 neighbors, which is M, N, A, C, E, and F. Even lines are left aligned, odd lines are right aligned. You are given a grid made by walls and free spaces. You have to draw the shortest path to go from the start to the end. Okay. There may be more than one path, but only one shortest path. So we are guaranteed that only one path of shortest size exists. There is always a solution. The grid contains following symbols. We have a wall, we have a free space, we have a start and an end. You must output the same grid symbols with symbols period on cells which are on the shortest way. So one of the tags to this is breadth first search, which you can use an algorithm to expand in all possible directions, gain their sizes, and report back with what is the minimum. So I find that interesting. It's a pathfinding algorithm, and we're utilizing the maze. With the help of AI for work, I have made, okay, I can't say I personally made it, but I have seen and observed possible algorithm for determining BFS approach, which in that case, we take every single possible path and then go any possible direction available. It can be a little tricky because that is not efficient, but it does work. So let's see what we got. So we've got the same information. So we're given the width and the height of the grid by W and H. We have H lines, which is the grid with the answer. Or sorry, how many lines? Oh, okay. Why is this the output? We're given this as the input, and everything is a dot except for the bottom left. And I'm wondering, is that an issue, or is that just the result? Is that a correct result? Also, I'm gonna turn that music just a little bit. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Space represents a free space, or the underscore. Dot represents a traveled or the path itself, which I'm surprised it doesn't mention anything about that in the solution whatsoever. Well, it did once. You must output the same grid with symbols dot on the cells which are on the shortest way. Okay. So I immediately think, let's make a start, let's make a finish, and let's list those coordinates. We make a series of directions, which I'm going to make as an enum, and we're going to traverse in every single possible direction we can. And then we'll determine what is the shortest path possible. So we have width and height, and then we have the constant row, which we utilize for each line. Let grid. And this is going to be a string grid equal an empty array to get us started. And that way we're going to record every single line coming from the row, and then grid.push row. So that way we're going to add to the grid. We're going to be from left to right and top to bottom in our direction, so from least to greatest in descending order. So that's how our grid's gonna work. So we have that. I want to utilize a const directions, which is gonna be, I'll assign it to a type. It doesn't matter what we give it. My goal is to get readable and efficient code. I want both. I'm gonna be greedy. Or I could use a greedy algorithm, but I just want to be greedy. H is always even. Okay, so we know that the height is always going to be even. I don't know if that's something that we can take advantage of, but that is there for us to use. We're going to say always even. Function get rid. We're gonna have a start coordinate and let end coordinate in number array equals an empty array. So the first position will be the X value, and the second position will be the Y value. So we're just gonna write it neatly like that. Okay. So there's a function, getGrid. We're gonna write another function, BFS, get shortest path. We're also gonna write another function, get paths. And what I'm trying to think of is we want to find the most efficient path. Paths, and this is going to be a series of arrays giving coordinate values. And I don't know if I want to do, now I'm thinking about it, maybe I could do a, I thought was write them as strings with the comma separated list and then translate it, but that's probably going to be less efficient. So I'm just going to keep it as a number array of an array. Let paths number equal an empty array to get us started. And the outer array is going to be the full list of paths. The inner array is going to represent the coordinates that the path traverses to get to the endpoint from start to finish. Okay, so we have that get all possible paths. And I might at some point try to figure out what's going on with the algorithm to be able to then trying to think of the word. Yeah, I might try to I can't even think of words right now. Anyways, I don't know what I was saying there. Talking about an algorithm and how this is going to work. We're going to start at the starting point. We're going to check all 4 directions, and we're going to focus on the main cardinal directions, not the 8, but 4. So can we go left? No. Can we go top? No. Right? No. Down? Yes. And we can't neglect the sides that are connected without walls. So if there's no wall, we can jump from the left side to the right side and vice versa, bottom to top and vice versa. So as long as there's a wall blocking us, then we can't go. But if there is no wall, then we can go. Which means, in order to continue going up and down, we can't repeat a certain point, otherwise we're going to run into an infinite loop. Let's say there is no limitation, there's no walls whatsoever. Then we can't bypass those walls. So, function main I know there's no main function like this in JavaScript, TypeScript, but I'm gonna make one anyways. Run the I'm gonna rename this get grid to get inputs. Let width be a number equals 0. Let height number equals 0. Always even. And this is a bit more readable for me, so I guess I'm gonna keep it. I don't know why this is not doing that. Find variables. Inputs. Let paths be a number equal to get paths. Let print results be a string equal get shortest path. I know. All sign types to you guys. I know you're not happy with that right now. I don't remember in Java or TypeScript if you can define a method as void. I don't remember if you can. Also, I switched those two around. Whoopsie. There we are. I know. It's got no return value. I'll just return. There you are. Return paths, because we're eventually going to return paths anyways. Alright. I'll probably make nested functions if I need to. But shortest path. I'm gonna call this shortest path instead. I think I like that. Let's get started. I'm first going to write the methodology to getting the path, just a general path. And how we do it is how do we want to do it? We get all possible paths. Or let I equals 0, I less than is path continuous. Let is path continuous be Boolean equal true. And once we hit a wall, or once we hit a coordinate that we travel in, which has already been touched, then we're just gonna give up. For I want to go directions. Const direction and directions. I don't think I can I do this actually? Something tells me I can't do this. I want to. Well, we'll see what happens with it. And I also need to return paths. Does this mean I need to send in a path? Because I'm assuming this is going to be recursive. And that's kind of like my fear right now. If we have to write a recursive function, then that is going to be problematic. Okay. How do I make this better worded? Let's see. Current paths will represent what we have so far. New paths, I guess we can call new paths by that name. If got it. I'm going to assign a separate value, so going up will move us up to -1 in the y direction. Going right will be 1, 0. Going down would be 0, 1. And going left would be -1, 0. This means I need to loop through the current path instead. This is gonna get messy. No, this is what we want. Okay, so if paths dot includes paths at I'm gonna write this recursively as or I'm gonna write this with each direction. I don't even need to write this while statement, do I? Okay, so with paths at paths.length -1 plus, and this is where I need to go through each direction. Okay, now I've got it. For a const direction in directions. Now this is my question. Can you add the values of raised together? gonna try this on a quick IDE. Because I'm actually curious about this. Will this work? Okay. Let test equal 0, 2. Let test 2 equal 3. Console.log test plus test 2. 0, 2, 1, 3. Okay, strings. Okay. Okay, same result. So I need to take the contents of this and add them together. So to do that, we would do I think that's what we would do. And then we add the results together. And we get a 2. Okay, that's not what I want. So 0, 0, 0, 1. Oh, I know, that makes sense. So I meant to say 1, 0. Test 0, 1 plus test 2. I'll fix the other one here in a sec. Okay, that works better. So I'm gonna have to explicitly write this out, which will be kind of a pain in the ass, but we do what we gotta do, I suppose. So const new chord, which will be a number. We're gonna set const last chord paths dot. Actually, we're gonna get the latest one, so that's gonna be paths dot length minus I. Actually, I'm making this much harder than it needs to be. I'm gonna write stupid first, and then if we want to refine it, we'll refine it. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And then I do want to still use the directions because I don't think that's gonna be too bad to implement. Alright, so we're gonna get the ith iteration of the current path, because that's the one we're currently focused on. And then we'll use a length. This will represent our last coordinate, which I think is just a number, right? Okay, it is. How do I get the latest path? I'm gonna keep this here because brain's gonna be dumb at some point and not be able to consider this. I should have probably tested with like a quick series of coding challenges. Pick my brain up just a little bit. So let's say we have. Let's keep these here together. Let's say we have a const path equals 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. We're currently at 1, 1. Const direction, I'm gonna say down, is equal to 0, 1. So we want to go down next. So how do I know to? I'm gonna add this at the end, but I want to add it from the last variable. Let next chord equal path at path.length minus 1, comma 0, plus, and then I'm gonna write this down in down at 0, comma, path dot length minus 1, 1 plus down 1. And we're going to say path dot push next. And then we're going to print this to the console, make sure that we are writing this correctly. And we are. Now we're going down by 1, 1 comma 2. This is what I'm wanting to do, but I want to generalize it for any series of yeah, I can't think of words right now. So to do so, we're going to get the current path that we're working on. So I will we'll probably switch that here soon. We have the current path right here. We just want this coordinate. So I'm going to find the length of that and just take the instances of the 0 in the first portions. So that means I just need to do this. This means, do we even have to use this outer loop? Because we're always just going to grab the last item in the array anyways. There's no reason to include others. I don't know why I didn't consider that. Okay. So, last coordinate is just going to be the last value we have in the array. The new coordinate is going to be the last chord at 0 plus direction at 0, comma, last chord at 1 plus direction at 1. It does not like it. Why not? Type string is not assignable to type number. Which means this is probably going to be the issue. So let's do, I'm just going to do something silly. 1. Okay, yeah. So it's directions. So I'm going to try to look for a separate approach to this. I want to, let's see. JavaScript loop through There's talking about a key value pair, which is probably what I'm gonna have to do. This is my main screen for a second. Oh, this is where we can use the in keyword instead of. I've been using in this whole time instead of. No, I used in. What about of? That returns an iterator. In. Now I'm gonna use direction. Okay, we'll do that instead. That should work better. Because we're directly addressing the value by implementing the key that we're passing along. So that's going to be the new chord. So if, let's say current paths, I don't even need new paths anymore. So we're just going to return current paths. If current paths dot includes new chord, And we're going to say that's not, so it doesn't include the new chord. Then we're going to, for right now, we're just going to make this recursive. And we're just going to say current paths equals get paths. And that's just going to be current paths dot push. Why not? Why is current paths not like this? Alright. And that should take care of this messy solution. It's probably gonna be slow. I probably expect it to be slow, but this is the way we can go about it. Okay. Another thing we have to do about this is we have to convert the grid to a numeric representation. So instead of representing it as a string array, I want to do be a string array of an array. So the way that we're going to interpret the grid for const char of row let's since we already have row there, let's let char row be a string array. Char row dot push char. And then grid dot push the char row. So that should work. Grid. Allow inputs to grid. Get lines of the grid and convert lines into string array. So that's what we're going to do there. We have these string values now set to characters we can compare against. So, if the current path includes the new chord, and new chord grid at new chord at 0, new chord at 1, not equal to the pound symbol, because we're avoiding walls. There is one thing I realized. We need to make sure the modulus is respected. So, const new x I'm going to say is going to be, oh, I don't know. It's going to be a modulo. So we're going to say I can't even think of this right now. I'm not just going blank for some reason. Okay. Last chord 0 plus direction. It's funny because it's right in front of us. Direction 0. Modulo. And then we want to go for, in the x direction, we want to go for width. So that way we're going back and forth. And that should work. Const new y is equal to last chord at 1 plus directions, direction at 1 modulo heights. So now this section looks just slightly better. New X, new. So that way we are can't even think of words right now. We are respecting the directions. So that's all we gotta do. And theoretically, this should give us every single combination that we can achieve of the paths. I could make a distinction and say I already have a minimum length of a path. If this exceeds that length, then just stop trying. You're not going to get there. And I think that's going to be helpful. Let minimum path length be a number equal used to ensure, used to prevent paths taking too long. And not necessary. Prevents unnecessary long paths. So, there's one thing that we need to test. If the new coordinate is the in character, we're going to actually, I'm just going to do that right there. If new chord 0, 1 equals end, break. Well, I'm not even going to say break because we could just return. We don't have to do anything else. Yeah, because if we try to go into the other directions, it's going to be just as long, if not long. Oh no, it's definitely going to be longer of a path. So we'll just break as we are. But do we want to utilize the same current paths objects? So I'm trying to think of this. If we immediately start off, well, I'm looking at this part right here. If we have to keep on going into a new direction and we loop into the next objects, we're always going to use the same current paths object, meaning that if it's already been adjusted, then that is just going to be... Oh. Do I need an external variable to handle this? Because this is always going to be a collection of coordinates. And that's all it's going to be, is a collection of coordinates. So that means there's always going to be one path within this array. Okay. I'm going to take this minimum path length. path. And that's gonna hold the information for our minimum path. Is this right here? So I need to better label this path. Which means this is going to be get shortest path string instead of get shortest path. We're gonna get paths. I'm just gonna start with an empty array. I feel like I'm forgetting something here, but that's fine. I'm going to I think that's what I want to do. Well, we'll test this out and see what happens. But I don't need this paths anymore. Let grid final grid string. We're gonna return this. For let I equals 0, I less than path, not length, I plus plus. Okay, I like that. If actually, I could just go with grid, to be honest. Then we do it by chart. If chart is equal to, and I'll even do a switch statement for this. Case you need to have a let's for string. An empty string. So we're going to take row string and we're going to add the symbol. Okay. Case. What do we have next? Start, then do the same thing. Maybe I could use an if statement to make it a little bit If it includes one of those three items that we're going to keep consistent, we're just going to say row string plus equal char as is. Else, meaning that it has to be an underscore that we started with. If... Okay, now I'm thinking about this. Maybe I do want to use the indices. Less than grid length, plus plus. J equals 0, j less than grid I dot length. J plus plus. And if it includes grid at I, j, then we're just going to preserve that character. Else, if... Let's see. We want to go for minimum path, right? If minimum path includes... Yeah, it includes... I, comma, j. Actually, I'll just make this a ternary. Minimum path includes... There we go. And that will give us the result we need. And then we're going to push final grid string dot push the row string and then a new line. I guess we can't push it, can we? I'm just going to do plus equal. And there we go. Then we return the final grid string. So, with everything that we've done, through all directions, set values of each coordinate, check if the new coordinates is the end. If the new coordinate can be explored further. One thing I forgot to do is copy the array through a deep copy rather than a shallow copy, which I need to Google. Okay, we're gonna use the structured clone. Got it. We're gonna say let's new path, which is just gonna be a number array equals structured clone of current path. Not find name structured clone. I will copy it exactly and see if I misspelled it. I did not. Fuck. Okay. I will try something a little bit dangerous then. JSON.parse JSON.stringify and see if that is a way to do it. Otherwise, we can try to map. I don't know if that's going to work well or not, but we'll see if this works. Go from there and cross fingers by this point. Because we got everything we need by this point. Well, except for I forgot to change the name of the current path. So, let's see. Current path. New path. I need to be able to go through all directions possible. And if I just make a new path, that's where the current paths came in originally, was through the current path. So I need to determine a way to handle all those. It's going to be a 3-dimensional array, which is a bit disgusting. But I don't think we need to return a path then. So this is going to be a void method for now. I could probably make it a returnable object at some point, or value at some point. Why are you complaining about this? Oh, because we just need to get paths. Yeah. Alright, I think we are now good to go. And my expectation is probably going to be we're going to exceed the depth limit of the loop. We found nothing. Okay. And this is going to be painful to try to debug. Okay. Let's console.err. Console.err. Minimum path. Yeah, just minimum path. If we never hit this, that is a crucial issue. Okay, nothing bad. That is a crucial issue. So, no, don't go again. I just want to do this. Maybe this will give us a shit ton of lines we can go through. And it gave us nothing. Okay. This is a big issue. Alright. We get paths. We start with an empty array. Why? Console.err test. And then I'm gonna see what the new path is when we copy it. Now it's thinking. It still has nothing that it does. You know what the problem is? I never called main. No wonder nothing was happening. Okay. Now we have the... Okay, we have an error. Cannot read properties of undefined. But we did get inside the array, which that's all I care about. Okay. So we have the directions object, and we see that this is a correct call of up. So that's good. And then I want to do direction add 0. It's just a U. Okay, that makes sense. So what is directions at direction? It is 0, 1. So that does make sense. Oh. Okay. Well, since this is empty, I just now realized this is an issue. And I have another thing to consider. Starting point. We'll get to the starting point next. But if the new path is empty, so new path.length greater than 0, or we get the starting point coordinate, which I need to determine what that coordinate is. So start chord is right here, and end chord is also found. Let j equals 0, j less than width, j plus plus, which I'm just gonna do, yeah, just width. No? Row at j. If row at j is equal to s, then we're going to say start chord equals I comma j. Technically it should be j comma I. Else if row at j is equal to e, start chord is equal to, there might be an easy way to write this actually. Well, not easy, but more sophisticated way. JK, it's just those two. We're good. Okay. So we have that set. And then we need to check that we hit the starting point as well. So now we can check, is new chord equal to music? Anyway. End chord. Else if oh, you know what? I need to include, instead of having this, I need to include the start chord as the first chord that we start with. And then I need to make that in an array. So I no longer need to make this check because we already have a length of 1. So we'll always have something to compare back to. That will work. That should work, rather. Okay. Oh, and then we need to check for... It's not going to be... Well, I would say we need to check this, make sure that we're not hitting the same start point, but that's already going to be in the array. So as long as that array is there, then we're fine to hit it. We should have no issue. 85. Why? Ah, because it's an empty else if. So I don't need that anymore. And then if we don't get what we need to, then we're just going to ignore the other cases. We don't need them. Ooh, hello. 2,196 more items. Process is timed out. This may mean that your solution is not optimized enough to handle some cases. Understandable. If we're gonna do one more check. So this is the second condition. We're gonna do one more condition. If new path that length plus 1 is less than minimum path, I don't even need to check minimum path length because we just have minimum path. And that should prevent us from going too deep inside. I do want to see how many items are printed. And hopefully we can avoid printing too many items. Do that. We'll separate another line to make sure that we're not going to the printed line. Because we have that +1, we don't actually need to go inside again. We should just be able to take it as is, but we'll leave it. We'll consider that we are checking for all possible values that have been visited. And then I'm gonna get rid of this. But this means that the path will always, okay, never mind. I do need this. Because the path length will always be 0 if we check it otherwise. This, I need this, and then we do actually say this. Okay. Try again. Whew. $2,306 more items, meaning that it has timed out. But I do notice we have 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. We visited the same place more than once. That is an issue. Why is this not correct? I am at a loss of words right now, but we'll do a little bit of testing. So we're gonna go to let test 1 or test 3 equal 0.1. Let test 4 equal 0.1. Console.log test 3 includes test 4. This should be false because that's a nested array. But if we remove the nested array, it should be true. But we're getting false, which actually gives us further insight. Why is it that this is not being accounted for when we're testing against this? That would explain why our test is failing. And that also tells me that we need to write a separate sort of logic to then test for this, which I can just do a nested function for this. I'd rather not nest it because that means it's always going to be created on the initialization of the function. So we'll write it outside. So function is chord include. So we're going to pass the path, which is going to be a number array, x chord, which is just a number, and y chord, which is a number. Return const path, const chord, and path. If 0 is equal to x chord and path 1 is equal to y chord, return true. Return false. I need to write these as chords rather than paths. And why is that not linked? The types of string and number have no overlap. Type string and number have no overlap, but we have defined chord to be a constant in path. And path itself is a two-dimensional number array. So these types are the same. They should be matching. And the way that you compare numbers is through the three equal signs in JavaScript and TypeScript. Changes to be variable we pass through, just as is. Welcome in, Coffee. How's it going? And good morning to you. You don't have to. In TypeScript, the type definition is optional. I just like to make it a bit cleaner. Especially since with JavaScript, some types can be unpredictable, so it's just a bit safer. Yeah, I know. I used to have Siri bot, and then I guess it stopped working for me. There were issues with it back then. I never got it instantiated again. Yeah, I'm lazy though, but I should definitely get it back in. Thank you though. But I do want to know why string and numbers are the two type overlaps, because we are looking at chord. Unless I just want to say equals 0, I less than plus plus, and then we just do path at I comma 0, or 0, whatever, path at I 1. Yeah, that works. So this is a built-in IDE through the CodinGame website, and this is part of a challenge we're doing. It's an event that they host weekly to implement a breadth-first search approach, or at least they suggested to do a breadth-first search approach to visit neighbors and try to find an end. So it's like a little maze we're traversing through. So is chord included? We want to take the current path and new chord. There we go. Let's see what happens. Okay. That's a different result. That's a good result. So definitely quite a few different, quite a few less lines. Yeah, I only found it well, yeah, it's technically Monday today, isn't it? I only found it last week, so I've been having a lot of fun on it so far. It allows you to do different challenges against people. Allows you to work on AI, you know, the old-fashioned AI where you just make bots and they do whatever they're programmed to do. Rather than learning models. And it also has escape rooms, which is pretty cool, but you have to have multiple people to play this. Alright. Exciting news though. This works. The only thing that we need to fix is the get shortest path string. Otherwise, we're looking good. We're looking really good. You. I want to console error. Here's the weird part, by the way. If you try to use console error, generally that's an errorlet messaging to or system to log in JavaScript and TypeScript. But on this website, it's used to debug for you. It's weird. It's not how it should be used, but this site is how you should be using it. Minimum path. It's serendipitous as I'm learning some game design in Phaser.js. Ooh. What is Phaser.js? I haven't heard of the library before. Okay. The reason why this failed is because the array is empty. Why is the array empty? Is it because of the comparison? Hold on. I'm gonna modify this test a little bit. Is it this thing again? Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, there's a couple things we can do with this. I could write another function. I will, because that way we can duplicate the inner function. Is chord scene. Oh, honestly, I don't even have to write this function, because all I have to do is just say... Let's see. New chord at 0 equal to end chord at 0, and new chord at 1 equal to end chord at 1. It's a bit lengthy, but it works. That way we can avoid trying to use a brand new function we don't need. Though we could still give a new function if you wanted to. I like it like this, though. Alright, let's see what happens. No. Okay. This is missing a parenthesis. Why? Oh. Okay. I decided one extra square bracket. Whoops. It is a seasoned game engine for 2D and 3D games. I've been looking for one of those. That's actually very interesting. Let me put it on the side for later too. Because I've been recently playing around with Matter.js, and I've been wondering how to make a game with that, because it is a physics-based engine. So I'm curious what Phaser has within it. That's interesting. Is it like a dedicated game engine, or is it versatile and allows for many other things? Oh, it's a game framework. Okay, so not a library. Also, we have this here. Oh, I didn't put a console here. I should have put this underneath, but the fact that you can do 3D with it as well is also intriguing to me. Why are we going past a wall? New coordinate at 0 and new coordinate at 1 should be swapped. That won't get confusing. So this is the path we're taking. We start from 1, 1. We go down in the y direction, so 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, and 3, 1. So this is not correct. Which means the way that I'm organizing the grid is backwards. I want this to be consistent rather than randomly mixing up the position of those two. So let's see what we can do to fix that. 1, So I guess I will do I comma j. I comma j. That's not gonna work though, is it? No, because that's only for the start and ending points. You can have full physics, but you have to enable it? Okay, so it's tackleable. In terms of integrations with pretty much anything. How easy is it to design something in Phaser.js, like in terms of CSS or in terms of just integrating? Well, I guess it might just be a standard procedure with PNGs or SVGs, right? That's one of the things I find most challenging. Or if you have to draw an object, how easy is it to draw and render objects? Because I feel like that's one of the most difficult things to play around with in an engine like that. Though, the ones I've experimented with, I don't know how they do it, but they do it so flawlessly. It's amazing. I'm gonna keep it simple and stupid. If I can figure this out eventually, I will, but we'll just swap them around and see how that goes. J, I. Oh. It's not going to find the includes because that's the earlier issue that we dealt with. Check if a coordinate matches against another coordinate. Or check if a path includes a coordinate. And then, is chord included? Path. Then, we can get rid of this. Extremely easy? Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. It has full sprite support with individual sprites, sprite sheets, sprite atlases. Built a few little dumb games learned in just a day. Dang, that's impressive. That's I really like that too. That's really awesome that it includes a full functioning library to support sprites. Because I've wanted to try and make a game with sprites, and I tried with Python using Pygame, but I didn't get far enough to really do much with it. So I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Need to step back on this for, well, I'll leave it on that, but yeah, I want to check out Phaser.js now. I want to see, because I'm assuming you have to call to its library and then, is it through a canvas? Is it through a canvas element that you draw, or Matter.js, it just implements on a selected ID on the page, so you can select it through the body, you can draw a canvas for it. It is through canvas? Okay. Canvas scares me a little bit, because you have to be careful with how many elements you implement on the page at a time. You can't go too explosive. At least that's why I've been learning. Plus, I also wonder how the performance on Firefox is compared to Chromium browsers, because the difference in, especially if you have to wait for items to accomplish, events, asynchronous events will time differently between the two browsers. And that's something I haven't really fully understood myself, but I'm curious if that affects Phaser.js as well. Alright. One quick note. We saw this as the expected input and output, and I don't know why this is the output when it's supposed to be continuous through points. This should be a dot, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna go through a loop real quick and see if that test succeeds or fails. You can still do div elements though, but all the phaser stuff is contained in its instance, so you never have to do anything on the canvas itself once you hook a phaser to it. Okay. Oh. So you're not talking about the phaser object itself, but rather you can have relative elements associated and surrounding the or on the same page as the phaser canvas. Line 90. Okay, well that's an issue. Oh! 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The width is 7. It's trying to read 6. This is not going to make sense to do this, but I just want to see what happens. Because if that does allow this to work, I'll be very surprised. -4. Okay, now it's -4. Okay. How is a modulo less than 0? That doesn't make sense to me. That honestly does not make sense to me. I think... Oh, instead of saying that, I'm not ready to think yet. I was gonna say let's take a break and go into some competition, but I want to see what happens when this is printed. 6, -1. Why is there a -1? And I want to error out the input we do get, so it's actually easier to see what's going on. Why do we have a 6 being an issue? Okay, this one actually seems pretty relative, or relatively straightforward. Go down, right, down, left. Okay. And that's why we try to position ourselves down further and further. Makes sense? So... what do you mean by reading 6? Unless it's an issue with the -1 that it's masking with a 6. In that case, why is again, why is a modulo giving us a negative value? It's width and height. Define theirs, numbers. And that to me is just funky. It's very funky. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Root at new chord 1. So we're gonna print that out and see what that looks like. Which I should just print out the row. Yeah. I wish I was better as at scrolling up and down. It's one of my weaknesses. 1, 2, 3, 4 underscore 6 underscore 8. Okay. So that is calling the right place, and then does so continuously, but it's undefined here. Reasonably so because there's no -1. Okay, that makes sense. We do take the modulus of the sum, and we make sure that the sum is wrapped properly, so that way we take the modulus after. I'm just assuming that if it is less than 0, we just add the width or height to it respectively. There's a messy way to handle this, and I'm not looking forward to it. So, I'm just going to do this instead. Modulo. And then we do the same thing with y. Not the way I want to handle it, but a solution's a solution. Okay. It's going a little better. And it looks a lot better. It actually goes straight into the pathing. Nice. And that is the efficient path right there. What line did we find this on though, is the question. I have a nice little tool which will compare for us. Sorry for the flashbang. Teehee. So this is the result that we get. And we replace it as we need to. It goes consistently in the path that we need to. What this is saying is it expected just one dot instead of 2 dots. I'm assuming it's going to be on this line where it has the problem. Okay. I think I have figured out the issue to this. And it's similar to what's happening here. It seems that it allows for a cardinal direction in the bottom right, but no other diagonal direction. Otherwise, we would have top right here work as anticipated. So let me redraw, or let me consider the directions. You know what it is actually? I just thought about it. These are hexagonal. So of course it's going to allow for diagonal. But if there's something that's directly underneath it, then that needs to be considered. And now I need to figure out how to consider that, because we have 6 cells. I forgot we have 6 cells surrounded. That makes a lot more sense. So left and right will still be considered, but bottom left and bottom right, top left and top right are what we need to consider next. So instead of up and down, I'm gonna do top left. Oh God, how do we do top left, top right, bottom left, and bottom right? Oh, that's gonna be fun to think about. The position of the row matters a lot, because the first row will always have the left advantage. The second row will have the right advantage. Whew. What if we have a conditional check for the row that we're entering? And if we are going up or down, we do a check to see if we are entering the appropriate row. And then we shift our number by 1 or -1. Oh. It's not going to be as simple as that, though. Because we left, right, left, left. Left will shift to the left a little bit, meaning that the right, which is the 5th row, or the 4th index of rows, will be shifted to the left to where we can just go ahead and go diagonal. So if we're going from an odd index to an even index, then we can also shift 1 to the right rather than 1 to the left. Let's start with that scenario. At least that's what I wanted to say, but I'd really have to think about that. Hey, XP1, welcome on in. Hey again, how's it going, my dude? That just blew my mind, though. But then again, how do we know to go left or right? Because if we go down, we're assuming right immediately. Then... okay, got it. That's going to be another direction. So we are going to go ahead and try to go in different directions. So we'll conclude up, left, up, right, down, left, and down right. I'm gonna test one thing real quick. Well, actually, no, I can't yet. That's what we're writing for right now. Never mind. Okay. Plus we already tested. I was gonna test the modulo again. Okay, so we have those 4 scenarios. And then...
If I blindly do it like this, it's gonna fail because it's going to skip this cell here, which it does right there. Got it. What if we... I'm not going to include these. But we'll add an extra scenario to the directions. If check for hexagonal movements. If the road number, which I need to determine, okay, prior coordinate and new coordinate. If last chord at 0 modulus 2 is equal to 1, and new chord I like this. 0 modulus 2 is equal to 0. Because again, we're going from the 3rd to the 4th index. And then we'll do this as an else if. Like so. I like that. Yeah, that'll actually work for both directions, because if we're going from a I could actually do an or statement, but we have two different directions we're going. We're going last chord at 1, modulus 2, 2. New chord, modulus 2 equals 1. That is a lengthy check. It's going to be a little bit messy when we write it. But if we're going up, down, or down, up, we want these two scenarios to shine. So we're going to get paths. I'm going to do new path dot append or push, and then we're going to do maybe I'll do these as two separate statements actually. Make it a little bit easier. Else if I cannot type on my keyboard today, I swear. Okay, we'll do it like that. And then we're going to... yeah, get rid of that. Add bottom right and top left movements. Okay, new path dot push new chord at top left, so -1, should be 0 -1. Oh, but we have to do this whole check again. Ah. X. This is gonna be disgusting. Okay. New X. Function get shifted forwards. We'll do it like that. Okay, I like that. And then I'm just gonna copy this here. Return the new X, new Y combination. And this is gonna give us a number array. Direction is a number array as well. Oh, no, it's a string. There we go. Okay. So that's going to be get shifted coordinates with the last chord and the direction. I'll give you the proper name. I'm gonna let new chord. I'm gonna keep it a const. And then I'm gonna say const left shift chord will be a left direction. Also welcome in Angelo Beast 123. How's it going, my dude? Get shifted chords. New chord. And we're gonna say the direction is left. Oh, directions. Jeez. It doesn't like that though. The one time I want to use keys. Alright, we'll just keep this simple for now. Left. Const right shift chord. Okay, shifted chords. New chord right. And then we need to have two separate pushes. So new path equals. That. Let new path right equal the same thing. So going to be two deep copies. And then This is still really long, but get paths. We're gonna get the new path left, and then get paths, new path right. So that's gonna be it for that, and then we're gonna do the exact same thing here. Oh, but this is not gonna work because we need a left and right shift, and we need to be cautious of where we're applying it from. Okay. So top left or bottom right? If direction equals up, shift chord like so. Though I don't even have to worry about this anymore, do I? Because we're not even making a new copy. We're just doing that. We need to bring that back to new path, and then new path. That we're not gonna push there, but we are gonna push it through like that. The issue with this, though, is if we're blocked by a wall, then it's not going to work. So I need to do another check for a wall. Additionally, a big issue with this is how we check for the endpoint. If we see that the current cell is an endpoint, then we can complete this up there. But right now we're only checking that the next coordinate is going to be the endpoint. Yeah. So let's take this instead of the new coordinate. We're going to check that the last coordinate matches that. And we're going to not push this variable anymore. Oh, you completed it? How'd it go, XPO? Congrats on completing it. We're still gonna do that there. And then we'll just push these through. Like so. And now this way, we're guaranteed to keep the consistency of the direction. And then we now force the check to be on the prior coordinate. We're always going to push forward because we're only checking to make sure there's no wall there. But I do want to ensure that this is the first check. So I'm going to say if this. And instead of actually breaking, I should return it, shouldn't I? Or returning a void method, we can do that. Else if this is a little inconsistent though. The reason being is we're checking for the new coordinate and just getting right into it. I'll actually move this in between. Like so. So we got that going on. And then we now have our checks assistant. Now we can do these two again. And I might want to do this with a separate function, so it's a little cleaner. We'll get to that after, but if we're going up, we want to go right. If we're going down, we want to go left. So that's at least the difference between the two. So now we can check and make sure that our hexagons are working as anticipated. Unless it forces us to go bottom left, which in that case, it'll be... I'll check if we can do that. Process has timed out. Shit. Why has it timed out? Okay. Cancel the air, last chord. Does it show that we are getting into here? It's always 3-1. Well, at least it is going to the proper placement, but let's see. Current path. So it says 1131. That's a little peculiar. 111131. Also incorrect. Let's make this a let. See if that works. Thanks for the stretch and stand. I needed that. You know when you have the best stretch you can get, you throw your arms back and you just feel the bones popping or the joints popping? That's what just happened. It felt amazing. Oh, you know what the reason is? The reason is that we're always moving up or down, and that's going to be repetitive. That's going to be indefinitely. Shit. I was going to try to go out today. I was going to get some pizza. But, I think I'm going to order one by delivery instead. I'm gonna do that right now. Take a quick mental breather. Because now I need to determine what the next coordinate is, and then try to keep this consistent so we can check and make sure that there is no blocker. Because right now we're just blindly pushing pushing them. We don't even care if the criteria matches. Okay. Yeah. Because we need to make sure that this is these three are satisfied. Verify if a path can continue. Function is path valid. It is path traversable. We have the path as a number array, and then we have the chord, next chord, which is just a numbered instance. Then we do that, which we return these three. Okay. So we do that. We okay, we'll do that for everything. If I don't know why I put it there, but we'll fix it here in a sec. Oop, just like that. But I'm gonna have to do this 4 times total, and that just seems kind of bad. I don't know. It's very... yeah. It's just very, yeah. Move in hexagonal direction. Move hexagonal direction, which will just be a string. And then I need the coordinates, which is a number array. Okay. Current path, which is a number. Move that to a shift coordinates. Path is here. And then we have a shift coordinate. Ooh. So now we can recycle this and make this a bit more readable. So I need a path, which is just new path. Chord. And right. Right. And left. I'm having so much fun with this. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having so much fun. Ivy, welcome on in. How's it going, my dude? Do I take commissions for what? What you want? Hey, I hope you've been doing well, man. It's been a while. Hope you've been well. Just pop my arm again. And we're back to this bullshit again. Okay, that's fine. We still have this as the path, which does not make sense to me. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I'm slowly, apparently fixing my sleep schedule because I became nocturnal. And today and yesterday I woke up in the AM instead of the PM. I was like, shit, my time is coming. So I'm about to be a morning person. You need to randomize a program there that looks appealing? Oh, I got you for that. I'm assuming just a standard HTML file, right? One you can just open by copying the path of one of your files and just opening, or what kind of website are you wanting? Because I made one for Marvel Rivals. Let me see if I can find that one actually. Where you can just open and work? I gotcha. We can chat about it, but I find the practice be pretty fun. Let me first open up my GitHub. I'm just opening it up just to show you an example of what a randomizer could look like. Why do I look so young today? Evie, do you not see my gray hairs? I thank you though. It's probably because of the reflection on the light for the brighter screens. But that's nice of you. That's nice to use. All right, so this is an example of a randomizer, which kind of has an animation aesthetic to it. This one's a bit unique because once you've picked something from the pool, you throw it back, or you don't throw it back in. You just keep it out. So it shows the progression as you go along. They come and go. I go with skin. You know what? Fair. Probably then because I took a shower today. That's my second answer. You need a randomizer for names? Oh, okay. Well, if you want to, you still got me on Discord, right? We can chat about details there, and I can show you. Oh, don't want to show this up. I can show you details. All right, cool. I had a purge, so I don't know who I have on Discord anymore. Nor do I know if, yeah, I'll send you a friend request because my Discord a little while back unfriended people. Which is a pain in the ass, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So yeah, we do not have each other on Discord just yet, but give it time. But yeah, check that out, check this out, see if you like it, and we'll go from there. But more than likely, I'll just give you a file, and all you have to do is just open up the file, right-click on it, open up in your browser, and it should run. Alright, going back to this. Why the fuck is our path the start and the end? It should be way more than that. We have 3 different errors. We print the row. We get the shortest path string. And then we have the Git paths. Looking up at the Discord. Never change, Evie. Never change. I'm glad you haven't. What is the what's the randomizer for? Is it for your TCG, or is it for something else? I do say I can look through different styles for you, but CSS is not my strongest. At least not independently. Ooh. Are you oh, okay. I want to break from this because I don't know where the hell this is coming from. Back in 2021, when I was I'm bringing up the fucking VTubing again. When I was a VTuber, I did a prize pool because I was like, all right, you guys have followed me. I'm gonna give you guys a certain prize for, you know, doing that. And I ended up making a randomizer in which I already had the list of things there. I also used it for randomizing to choose what games I want to play, where I have everything listed on the page. I actually wonder if I can find it. It's been a while since I've used it. But I randomized the page to show every single option, and then it would bounce through each one. I don't know why the fuck I'm talking about this on stream, but again, this is a good distraction. Randomizer. Yeah, this is it. VS Code, here we go, baby. Promise we'll go back to the actual coding here in a second. But this one's not a website I have published. This is my React page. Yes, I do trust myself. I hope I trust myself. Terminal. Start. It's all good. I've always been someone that gets easily distracted by things, and when something suddenly interests me, I'm gonna go right for it, so it suddenly interests me. You son of a bitch. Load for me! Oh, thank you. Glad you thought of me whenever you needed someone to write code for you. I'm actually surprised. I have a couple of people I know that have tried coding a little bit these past couple of years, and they wouldn't have touched it, or at least not as much as they had thought I would, or I thought they had, or would have, words. And I was proud of them. I was very proud of them. Right. I'm not sure why this is not running for me, but while this website loads, this will give me the opportunity to make an order with Pizza Hut. I'm getting a 3-topping pizza. I could go stuffed, but usually they make it like thin instead of thick. I want that pan. $2 for extra cheese. Been here for most of the coding stream. Well, I appreciate you staying by and hanging out. don't know what May 10th holds on for me, but I can let you know. That's next week Saturday. Let's see. A day off tomorrow. I'm gonna work that day, but depends on what's going on and at what time. Alright, no extra cheese. I'm stopping the script, by the way. Yes. Let's make sure everything's installed. I'm feeling pepperoni. I'm feeling... What do you guys usually get on your pizzas? Because I have 3 toppings to choose from. I'm gonna go with Italian sausage, though I'm probably gonna regret doing that. Now I always get either grilled chicken or beef. I'm going grilled chicken. That sounds pretty good right now. My fat ass wants to get 2 of them so I can eat it for like, do you guys ever like over order food that you can refrigerate, like fast food or any sort of restaurant food that you can refrigerate? So that way you can have like multiple helpings of it. I do that with pizza. And I'm tempted to get a second pizza. But now I'm thinking it's like, ooh, I'm probably gonna overeat this at the same time. Oh shit, 12-hour stream for your 3rd year anniversary. Congrats on your 3 years, my dude. Just a quick reminder, don't advertise streams in chat, but that's exciting, man. That's exciting. Do you have any big plans for what you want to do on stream? Let's start. And you're a mushroom kind of guy. I know there's an innuendo in that. And... I just immediately think innuendo. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Alright, so my application is not going to run right now, so I will have to demonstrate it another time. Which I'm actually wondering why it's not running. I'm thinking it's because it's let's see. Probably an outdated application. I made it in 2021 after all. So I probably just have to remake the whole thing and just copy the code over. Okay. Anyways. Oh shit, nice, nice. And that fits, that's because I have in the background a couple times in your streams. I've seen that you do like giveaways with cards, so that makes a lot of sense. We respect the old homies. I've been through a lot of shit since then, so things have changed, but I appreciate that. Oh. It looks like the server is using an outdated processor, so that makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. I'll probably just rewrite it in plain HTML. Keep it simple, keep it stupid. So that way I can just click on it with one button click, and it's open. Good to go. With that said, if you have any examples of what kind of randomizer you want, one that looks really cool, but you can't customize, show me that. Like, send me something to show what that looks like, and we'll get that figured out. Remember the well I drank out of? Damn. I'm sorry, I know that's another new window, but shit has damn, how long ago was that? That was what, 2022? When all that happened? Times have really changed, man. Times have really changed since then. I'm still looking at Pizza Hut at the same time. Because I'm hungry. Asian proverb of being thankful to those who helped you along the way. Oh, I appreciate that, Evie. I appreciate it. I feel like, I don't know. It's weird to consider along the way the people you interact with and how it's. No, I'm overthinking it. I would say it is kind of weird to think about, but it's actually not pretty weird. It's you get beginnings, you get ways you push forward, and there are people that influence that and help you along the trail. So I feel honored to be one of those people to be there for you. I've always wanted to try. You guys know calzones? I've always wanted to try one of Pizza Hut's calzones, but I'm just like, it's like a flatbread kind of deal going on. Kind of small as well. I'm gonna do pizza, and then I'm gonna maybe make some french fries on the side. I was thinking of ordering them, but they charge like $4 for a single serving of french fries, which is ludicrous. They did have a deal going on. I missed it out by a day, but the deal was you can order one large pizza, you can get a free one. I feel bad because I missed that. Now I'm paying like twice as much. That is true. I still remember that stream fondly. That was the fucking... That was supposed to be a 36-hour marathon turned 70... Just about 77 hours. I remember that fondly. And you pinned me down so fucking hard on that, Evie. It felt like torture at the same time. Because, goddamn, it was hard mentally. It was hard mentally to get through all of that. It's the Is it? It is shorter. It is shorter than usual. But I do like to fold it though. I do like to fold it. Also, Tiffy, welcome on in. How's it going, my dude? I need to grab my credit card. Because I'm getting pizza. Jesus Christ. This stream ain't 18 plus anymore. I will preface that. But I will consider the innuendo still. Keep on making this. What do you mean? Okay, never mind. Just because I said it's not 18 plus, you don't want the advice anymore? What you got on your mind, Tiffy? Yeah, I'm just addressing it. But write question down unless it's related to your stream specifically. In that case, just DM me on Discord. BRB.
Well, I can't hear. Well, I was about to say I can't hear you guys, but usually I can't hear text anyways. I just can't hear my music right now. What kind of dairy am I? Discord in the About Me section, by the way. I don't have a command for it right now. And I don't fit into any of them, I don't think. Oh my god. It's for a creature type. This one I am probably gonna say, God damn it, Tiffy. God damn it. Alright. Let's see what you got going on with that. I'm getting so heavily distracted right now. Sorry, I'm just putting in my credit card details. If I tell you guys my credit card information, you promise not to share it, right? I have to calculate tip because America. America, you got a tip instead of the companies paying their employees fairly. I'll never understand it. Technically they do at the end of the day, but it's still silly. Haiji dere, utsu dere, dere dere, yon dere, baka dere, tsundere, himi dere, ku dere. Okay. That's a lot of dares. Some of those I don't recognize. Also, I ordered pizza. So now we play the waiting game. Alright. I'm gonna stream until pizza gets here, and then I'm probably gonna hop off. So utsudere means depression dere, which means cute but depressed. Dere dere just means cutesy all over. Yandere is murderous for the intent of appeasing your favorite person. Baka dere is you're stupid but cute. Tsundere is it's not like I like you or anything but baka, you can't speak your mind properly or honestly. Hime dere, you're a princess dere. Ku dere, I always mix up ku dere and dan dere because they are both soft personalities. Ku dere is someone that's cold, aloof, kind of basically emotionless, but they still have a cute side to them. If you've ever watched Angel Beats, then she is ku dere. And then Dandere, I know you didn't ask this one, but they're also silent and expressionless most of the time. But they can become cute, talkative, and dere when they're broken out of their shell. Okay, so slightly the same, slightly different. I see why it's not in there. I was about to call you Danchi Dere because I think your obsession over the male character, or I'll call you Gavin Dere, would be my immediate choice. First message was 4/12/2022. Jesus, 3 years ago, and it has passed 3 years because it is the same month. Wow, happy anniversary, Gavin Dere. Yes. You're definitely a talkative type. Talkative, always intrigued, interested, explorative, and I don't know if there's a specific there today. But if I had to go off your list, yeah, what the hell is Haiji Dere? Tere Dere is a character who is normally very shy and blushes from embarrassment whenever they are near their love. But they eventually overcome their shyness and becomes Dere Dere for them. Alright, Haiji Dere it is for you. I think you're Haiji Dere.
And it's not about Gavin specifically. Just fucking okay, bet that. You're just gonna be like, all right, yeah, that fits me, easy peasy. No, I think that would be most fitting though, just because you like to scatter, and you're a pretty shy person over time. Though, you open up quite well, and maybe Dandere. You don't have a Dandere, but you're not emotionless either. You've always been emotional, but you are shy. You're pretty shy. No, Haiji did it. No, Haji did it, not Haiji. All right. Well, that was a fun journey. All right. Let's go back to the coding because I am not as traumatized anymore. I think I'm gonna give it a rest for this stuff though today because even though we took a break from it, I still have no idea how the hell we approach that. I don't even know where to start with that. Why is it only starting and ending point? The left and right on certain directions does not make sense to me. Probably because we do an else instead of an else if. Let's do direction equal down. No, that's not gonna work. Be not here in a sec. I'm gonna quickly do this. This conditional needs this to go along with it. Just so it doesn't get lost in the sauce. Okay, we'll see how that works. The quiz is, in question my friend sent me, who in Love and Deep Space would you romance you? Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Also, I did this and now we have an empty array. Fuck. But why am I not surprised? It's Love and Deep Space related. Okay. I'm gonna save this for another time. We'll do some run it one more time. Just so I keep my comments, and then we'll do a few races here and there. I did want to get back to the TCG, or the card game we were playing last time, but I don't know how long that would take to code. I need to check my order and see if I can follow along with it. Excuse me. Oh, something went wrong. I have to sign in again. Nothing. Oh, I'm gonna go back. Wow, just from I'm gonna give it 2 hours total, but just from about 2 hours of coding, we got pretty good progress, I would say. All right, let's go to Clash of Go. Oh, no one's doing Clash of Go right now. I could always count on Blue Screen of Death, though, to be there for me. Thank you, Blue Screen of Death. You're the first thing I ever saw with this computer. And now we've come full circle. Excuse me. Dude, I'm from the US, they're from New York. I didn't know you could put states on there. Ooh, from Morocco. You know the weirdest thing was whenever I learned Japanese, when I started learning Japanese, you know how there's like pauses in pronunciations of words? So instead of like Morocco, you say Morocco because there's two C's instead of one C. Not the exact example, but C's are pretty much non-existent in Japanese. Anyways, well, equivalent to T. C and T's are the same. Anyways, I thought it was funny because anytime, and it still gets me every now and then. It just did now, but I would always read double consonants as a pause whenever I read something. So Morocco would be Morocco, 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 instead of Morocco. I'll never get past that. I don't think I'll ever get past it. That's a Pokemon right there. I tell you what. Alright, let's do this. Writing TypeScript, but I'm actually gonna write in JavaScript. Okay. What the heck? So we're adding a series of time. So 4, 10, 20, 02, 2, 30, 94. Oh, okay. We're adjusting times. So that way, if a minute goes to a separate, yeah, it should be 60-second intervals. So we're gonna modulate this up. Times dot push t. Okay. That equals 0. I less than times dot length. Plus. So, time parts equals times at I dot split by the colon. Time parts. If time parts at 2 greater than 60 or equal to 60, time parts 2 plus equals modulus equals 60, and time parts at 1 would then be incremented by 1. Then we do the same thing if time parts at 1 greater than or equal to 60, time parts at 1, modulus equals 60, and then time parts at 0 plus equals 1, and then we do times equals 0 plus, I'm just gonna write it like this. Actually, there's a better way we can we're just gonna say time parts that times I. Someone got it faster than I did. Nice. Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna change this to a while. And then this to a while. Do a subtraction. And there we go. Now, or let I equal 0, I less than times length, I plus plus, if, oh I know, I'm just gonna do it here actually. If time parts let time equal time parts 0 to string, if time parts at 1 less than 10, time plus equal time parts at 1 less than 10. Do the same thing. Console.log. We got 5 minutes on that so far, and 5 to go. I forgot. Not the problem. We are having an extra 0 though, so that is not correct. Why is that so long? Okay. I'm just gonna write these as, you know, caveats, but we don't need them. Same thing, huh? Now I'm curious what their solution is, because this seems a bit more complex than I imagined. Okay. Oh! Parsent. No wonder. I forgot to convert it to an integer before converting it back to a string. So I don't even need these anymore. Oh, I do need that though. Nothing? Is not a function. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, parse it right there. Whenever we split the values. Yeah, no, that's implicit. Line 10. Console.error time parts. Undefined. Okay. Oh shit. What about times at I? Are you defined? Oh, you got the correct, no, line 11. Okay, well, you're printed properly. Script split and convert to numbers. Okay, it's a map, not a for each. You also have to have this as a curses. Okay. gonna add that in. And it should work now, and it does. It is gonna be disgusting, but we care about it working. What language is D? Don't fucking anyone say D's nuts. Alright, we converted. We're good to go. Apparently the doctor in the game would romance you. How'd you get to a doctor? Is the doctor Haiji Dere type? Now that's interesting. Okay, so they have reline split map number. Okay, so that's what we tried to do. Minutes plus equals second divided by 60 or 0. Okay, that's a bit shift operation. Second, we're going to modulus by 60. Hour is going to be adding based on bit shift. Okay, minute. Nice. And then you print. I hate how you can print, because you should not be able to print, but people print anyways. That is very clever. I will give it. It is pretty clever. The company's got the rumblies, so I get distracted by my phone and be like, "Give me notification. I want my order." I should think of like a copy pasta to say aloud, like, "Mummy, I require the attendees." I couldn't think of one though. Zane is quiet but observant. Oh, so a dandere kind of type. Or kutere. No, I said pizza earlier. I said I was ordering pizza. I was talking about Pizza Hut. Are you sure not confuse me with Nep? Actually, I say that, but I don't know how much Nep actually eats burgers. I know he just like talks about them a lot. Pardon me for one quick moment, because I have to sign in again, because it kicked me out for some reason. What do you mean X lowercase d? Not even the uppercase one. Huh. Let's see how it is. Okay, I seriously, I want to look up what the D language is. D language. Oh, D-Lang is a multi-paragram system programming language. It is a re-engineering of C++, at least people think of it like that. But it is completely different now. It's quite unique. I'm gonna do something for funsies, and I think I'm gonna hate myself for doing it. But we're gonna use the D language, because I'm curious now. According to the fandom, they say Zain is a kudere. So they are a kudere. Ah, so you like the kudere type. I see. I can't play with my beard anymore. Still not grown yet. Shh, feel shade. Okay. You want to store an array, but you have a problem. There's an array of space-separated integers. You want to sort A from smallest to largest, however some integers in A are fixed and can't be moved. They must remain in the same index in the sorted array. I was going to use D, but this actually sounds like a complex problem, so I'm going to stay in TypeScript. The index number of A is counted from 0, so B contains numbers from 0 to -1. Okay. So the number 1... Line 1, line 2, line 3, an integer m for the length of b. A space separated integers to sort. B space separated integers includes the index number of A. I don't get it. So as a string of space separated integers, b of length m. Get this problem. So 3 to 100 for n. That means the number of integers to sort. The list is the current sorting of the integers. And then 1 to 100, number of an array A. An array A does not contain the same numbers. Got it. Oh, I don't want to change you. That's sortable numbers equal empty array. Right? No, that's the inputs. So M and N. Got it. So I'm assuming 1 represents the position, though it's not the direct index. Oh wait, no, never mind. This is the index. Okay. So I'm just gonna say numbers and then let sortable numbers do its thing after. Or I can just say, no, I can't. In inputs, A. Then M is the length, is only a length. B is the numbers that need to be preserved. So I'm gonna do this. Let preserved numbers equal preserved indexes. There we go. I see. Okay. So the idea is we have 2 separate arrays. We're going to preserve the value. Else. I'm gonna make a 2-dimensional array. And then I'm going to preserve the index as well as the value too. Like so. And then I'm going to remove sortable numbers that remove. I need to remember how to remove JavaScript. Array by value. No, I'll just remove that index. Though if B is already sorted, okay. 4, let I equal preserved vowels dot length I greater than or equal or less than or equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0, I minus minus. We're going to sortable numbers dot remove or splice preserved vowels at 0. There you go. Then we're going to sortable numbers dot sort by default. Let I equals 0, I less than or sortable numbers. Length. I plus plus. Or while preserved vowels, or let's do sortable numbers dot length greater than 0, or preserved vowels dot length greater than 0. I'll do a string. We got 6 minutes and 50 seconds, so shit. Okay. While this is true, I'm going to make sure I can see chat first. Sorry, guys. If preserved vowels length preserved vowels at 0, preserved vowels at 0 equal or equals string that length I'm gonna make this easier. Let's sorted list equal this. Sorted list length. Push or 0, and then I need to remove preserved vowels. I think I need to do the first item. Or the second item at index 1. Dot splice at 0. Else, if sort of list dot length greater than 0, sorted list. I don't know how I'm doing the list. Sortable numbers at 0 dot push. Sort of list dot push. There we go. And then sortable numbers dot splice. Also dot log, and we're gonna do sorted list dot join by a space. I'm hoping this works because this is a lot to go through. You only have 3 minutes. Process has timed out. Jesus. They got one of their scenarios right though in Scala. Nice. Okay. So we preserve our. I'm gonna try that, and it's probably gonna crash because it's not gonna be able to detect that. Though that is an error coming because I forgot to put the else statement in. If I know you're not happy with that. Still not happy with it? What happened this time? Heap limit allocation failed. Did you really run out of it? What? I'm gonna do this as a oh, I have an idea actually. For let I equals 0, I less than sortable number length plus preserved past length and plus. I got 2 minutes to do this. Okay. Let counter equals 0. Counter plus. Add counter and add 1. Do I on that? And then I need to do several numbers at I minus counter. I think that should take care of this. Let's try again. This is my last attempt because I don't have enough time. We just had a 5. Oh no. I don't know what to do with that, to be honest. So I just gotta submit it as is. I'm gonna get 0 on that. I'll share my code. This would be like, haha, I didn't get anything. I got 20%! Yes! Nice. And I'm gonna switch on over because I just realized there's probably been enough time that pizza's been delivered. Because I didn't get any notifications on my phone. Anyways, I'm gonna abruptly kind of end on this, like very, very fast. Thank you guys very much for swinging on by today to hang out and kind of just watch as I code a little bit. I want to finish the event, so we'll continue that. I'm gonna see if I can do it tomorrow because I have the day off, but we'll see when it happens next because I have until Sunday. All right, with that said, I'll see you guys next time and have a good one. Bye bye.